Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Drake, and today we're going to be going over my top 10 favorite anime of all time. I know, another video no one was asking for. You know, I said I was going to be a drawing and speed cubing channel, and I've already done 2 anime videos. Let's go. But yeah, I got my list over here. Now, I'm no anime man. I have not watched like 400 million anime. Like, I only got like heavy into it like about 2 months ago when I started Naruto and finished it in about a month, which is a lot. It's over 10 episodes a day, I think. And yeah, with that being said, let's get into it though. And at number 10, we have No Game, No Life. Now, I just really like this anime because it looks fucking awesome. Kind of weird, but it's as every anime on this list, I could say, or just anime in general. Well, isn't all anime weird? Yes it is. So No Game No Life is don't really quite know what happened. How they played like it's like these two gamers, their brother and sister, and their usernames are blank, and they're just amazing at every game they play. And then they felt like they were bored in normal life, everything like that, and then they get sucked into a video game world, and they decide to challenge the god of the world, and they're doing all this stuff, and it's just a story, and it's really good. I just like it because it's beautifully designed, and I think it's awesome. Number 9, Full Metal Alchemist. Now, everyone knows Full Metal Alchemist if you know anime. If you don't, I mean, that's fine, but anime is awesome and creepy and pervy, but that's just not all anime. Not all of it, but quite a bit. Anyway, Full Metal Alchemist is about an experiment gone. It's not about the experiment gone wrong, but they mess something up. And anyway, it's about alchemy, and they're just alchemists. So equal. How does that saying? How did they say it? You can not receive without giving something in return. All that, but they're on the quest for a philosopher's stone because that negates that law, and then they can just like create shit out of thin air and whatever. I'm not good with stories, but number 9 is Full Metal Alchemist. I have to do shorter explanations than most because I'm doing a top 10 list, not a top 5. Anyway, number 8 is One Punch Man for every reason I can think of. Like, One Punch Man is just absolutely hilarious. It is an anime designed to make fun of overpowered anime characters. Like, I don't know what you could ever ask for in a superhero anime besides that. Like, that is just awesome. And he basically can just kill anything with one punch. That's about the premise. There's a fucking cat outside. 1 second. Alright, we're back with number 7, which is My Hero Academia, which is just awesome. It's based in a world where 80% of the population has superpowers, or what we would call it, quirks, and it stars the main character. Ooh, I just did a speed drawing of the main character. Go check that one out if you're interested. And it's about the main character who doesn't have said quirks, and like every quirk is different. I'm sure there's some people with the same one, but he does not have a quirk. He was born without one, and whenever he goes to stop someone to save a kid from a school who is also his bully for most of it, the biggest, baddest hero of the entire thing, All Might, yeah, that's his name, All Might, sees that and is like super impressed, and he is the only one who has like a power that he can give his power to someone else, and that's what he did. He gave his power to him, and then he starts going to the ultimate, like the extremely prestigious hero school, like the best in the world, and all that, and it's about that story. And that is My Hero Academia. Now at number 6 we have Blue Exorcist. I love Blue Exorcist. It's awesome. But it was at my number 1 spot for the longest time, but now it's dropped down to number 6 after I watched a few different animes. But Blue Exorcist is about the son of Satan. He's a son of Satan, but he's only like half demon. Well, he's mostly demon, but I'll say half demon. And he starts going to a school to hunt demons. And the basic premise of the first one, not season 2, which is something else, he starts going to school, and his goal is to kill Satan, his father. And that's about it. He has a younger brother who seems way older. I'm just gonna point out Rin looks like he's 18, even though he's 15, which I just don't understand with anime. It's weird. And then he has his little brother, who is the responsible one, and it just makes a pretty good watch. Recommended. Now, number 5 is Assassination Classroom, or as I like to call it, the ass class, because it's just funny. But Assassination Classroom, there's this weird alien. He's not actually an alien, but I won't try and spoil too much. And he's like a weird squid octopus, I don't know, but he's just a big yellow thing, and his head is like a smiley emoji, and he blew up like 70% of the moon. And then and he wanted to teach a class, so the government has the class trying to kill said alien, and that's basically the premise, is they're just trying to kill this teacher because he's going to try to do the same to the Earth, is how it goes. So there's that. That's number 5, Assassination Classroom. Now number 4 is one that I just finished, like right before I started watching the one I'm on right now, which is Clannad and Clannad After Story. So number 4, Made in Abyss. If you don't know what this is for some reason, I will tell you, you were missing out. Made in Abyss is just awesome. It's another super beautiful anime. Next to No Game No Life, it's probably the second prettiest anime I've watched. Like, the characters are simple. They're kind of like chibis, but their heads are proportionate. So not a chibi, really. Like, heads are huge on chibis, but still. And there's this abyss, and it's about it's a world where there is an entire abyss that supposedly no one's reached the bottom to, and they scale down into the abyss to find ancient relics, and the bottom is like super far down. The further you go down, the worse the effects are. Like at floor 4, maybe 5, you start like bleeding out of your eyes and shit like that. It's pretty weird. And it's based around these kids at the orphanage that are called Red Whistles. Not all of them are orphanage, I think, but it's a bunch of kids that just want to be cave raiders, and it's about them all at the orphanage. It stars 2 people, which is the main character, the girl, and then the side main character, which is a robot, but it seems mostly human. And she found him in the abyss, brought him back up, and they run away from the orphanage and start trying to reach the bottom of the abyss because she got a letter from her mother and all of that. Now, I've probably spoiled too much already, so sorry about that, but it doesn't actually spoil too much. They let you know pretty early on. Now, number 3 is Sword Art Online, because it's awesome, contrary belief to the anime man, but I think it's sick. It's based on... There's this thing called Nerve Gear, and it's basically kind of like virtual reality, but like it's like everything. You can like feel it, and it is a very real experience as compared to virtual reality. And the creator decided that in this world, they were all locked inside of the game, and if the headgear was taken off in the real world, microwaves would shoot into the back of their brains from the nerve gear and kill them. And if you died in the game, you died in the real world, which is the basic premise. And there's 100 floors with floor bosses. Every floor boss you kill, you go up to the next floor. And the idea was that you had to reach floor 100, and then you would beat the game, and everyone would be released. And it's just that whole story, and that's about it. Even though the first 14 episodes are Sword Art Online, and the rest is Alfheim Online, and Gun Gale Online, and whatever. But with that, the Sword Art Online, number 3. Now, number 2 is Naruto. Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. I'm not counting them on 2 separate lists, because then I would need to make a top 11 list. I wouldn't need to. I would just have to kick off, forgot what was on the bottom, No Game No Life, which I didn't want to do. So Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. And it's strange. I've heard a lot of people skip directly to Shippuden, which is just not okay. Don't do that if you're going to watch it. That is not the idea. I don't think I need to do a explanation of this one, because it's kind of hard to not spoil things, but it's a typical Shonen Jump anime, I guess. Main character is a kid who's super strong, but no one knows he's super strong, and then he's like super determined and doesn't lose, that type of shit. But it's really good, and I like it. Now, we're at number 1, is 7 Deadly Sins. Now, this is not the third, I don't know. I watch Naruto, like a few 13-episode animes like High Score Girl, Vampire Knight, things like that, and then eventually I made it to 7 Deadly Sins. Thank God I did, because it is just awesome. Now, the main character, well, there's 2 different main characters, but I'll say for now, the main character is Liz, and Liz goes on a search hunting for the 7 Deadly Sins, which is a group of knights that supposedly murdered an entire group of knights and everything like that, holy knights. I will not go into that to not spoil anything. And she thinks that they are ruining the kingdom, so she wants them to help her save the kingdom and all of that. And then she just goes on a hunt looking for all of them, finds Meliodas, that type of thing. And that's basically the premise. Now, season 1 is mostly just her looking for them, and then there's fighting in there. And then season 2, the 10 Commandments and everything comes out, and 7 Deadly Sins. So that was my top 10 anime that no one wanted to know. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, slap the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.